Hey everyone, Random Coherent here, back with more Rome Total War Remastered. Last we left off, we were currently fighting Egypt, and fighting's a generous word. At some point I'd seen this huge stack. I thought I was gonna have a proper war with Egypt, and they just sort of... that didn't come to fruition. At all. And now we're killing their faction leader for the second turn in a row, which is kind of funny. Oh, that's right, these have stone walls. I had to build actual ladders for this siege. So the plan is pretty simple. We outnumber them vastly. We're just going to send our men onto the walls with ladders and loose formation, take the walls, and then figure it out from there. Odds are they don't even really properly defend their city. Since we outnumber them so greatly, they're going to hang out in the square. Which, by the looks of it, is exactly what they're doing, so we can just triple speed this. And on the approach, we lose a substantial number of men. Welcome to Stolen Walls. We lose 11% of our men, maybe a little bit more on the way to the walls. Oh, it looks like their chariot general is actually coming out to play. These non-fouling spearmen I'm going to have back off completely. But my fouling spearmen I'm just going to have come line up over here. Because as we've learned previously, the things hoplites do to chariots should be illegal. Any second now, they're going to actually get to us and just die. Well, if they don't want to move forward, we can just move into them. It's not too hard. Although pathfinding does leave something to be desired, it'll be fine. It's just so stupid, isn't it? Just like, there they go. They used to have chariots, now they don't. No, continue moving forward. We seem to have stopped engaging for a second.
Now is the time to strike hard at these grieving subjects.
Okay. I think the least likely way to lose men doing this is to send in my cavalry. The reason I don't want to send in my phalanxes is just because they tend to be slow and unwieldy. Cavalry should be plenty good at wiping out slingers. And yeah, so far we've lost next to nothing, and I imagine it'll stay that way into the slinger fight. No, the slingers killed a solid 40, 50 men in melee combat with 5 units of equites, basically. Still though, whatever's left over can be retrained easily enough. These armies are very cheap. It's so sad watching chariots just melt against phalanxes. I'm so much less intimidated by Egypt at this point in the campaign than I was at the start. So, it's really hard for me to justify not hitting the enslave button. So I'm gonna hit the enslave button. And now everyone around the Nile should like me much, much more. And of course, Memphis also has the plague. They have a barracks and the ability to produce cavalry. No, but they have the ability to produce archers, which would be very nice. I'm gonna start producing a stable so I can retrain my army here in a hot second. I'm just going to retrain everyone here and produce a unit of archers before I head down. That's certainly wrong. Okay, it's over here. Can I still get there this turn? No. It's possible someone else on a horse could, though. Yeah, I just have to go the right direction initially. And I can bring some javelin men with me. So next turn, after all this retrains, I can just walk it down to join the battle. It'll cost me a turn leaving, but that'll be fine. None of this cavalry can be retrained. So I'm gonna send all of this down to start the siege. Looks like I accidentally sent 1 unit of hoplites that need to be retrained. But that's fine. I'm also going to send a second unit of hoplites, 2 if I can manage it, and I can. And my general will come command. Now this does leave Alexandria undefended, sadly. Not a lot I can do about it. They'll get relieved eventually. I'm looking at it, and I honestly think I can relieve them now. So let's go do that. I just collapsed 2 of my units of Peltas into full strength units and let the other ones be retrained. And I think that this is enough. I can just use my phalanxes to pin them and throw javelins into their back, and that'll probably win the fight. It looks like they might be trying to engage earlier than they would. Are they retreating, maybe? Are they even in phalanx formation? It seems like they're just booking it. I think they are, in fact, just booking it, but I'm going to try to wipe them out. Okay. I'll run these peasants in front. Get all of these guys in point blank for their spear throwing. And it looks like it's going pretty well. to be honest. It's been a weird fight since they tried to retreat as soon as it actually joined, but yeah, Peltas are plenty good at killing Nubian spearmen when they're pinned and outnumbered.
Your general's nerve is broken and
That's fine, I didn't need him.
From the enemy.
Just all I needed was these 2 units of Peltas and somebody to waste time. Also, look at this guy go. Fucking hell. Oh, we're out of javelins. We should participate in the fight now. Shit. It's time for the most competent charge you're ever gonna see on this channel. Get him, boys. Glad that worked, because it could easily have failed through some bullshit of very hard difficulty. Alright, got him. Peltas appear to be faster than spearmen, so they're gonna get him eventually.
This is a victory fit for the gods.
Well, that was a different kind of fight than I usually have. Anyway, running out of javelins before 2 units of Peltas could wipe out 1 unit of spearmen. That's kind of the exact reason that I never build javelin men. They just don't have enough ammunition to be useful. And I actually just realized I don't need to build a stables here in Memphis because there's already one in Alexandria, so I can retrain on the way out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to destroy the temple to their sacrilegious god and build a new one to Asclepius like every good Persian should have. I'm going to have these boats in the port come hang out with this one in the sea to make sure that they don't get sunk by anyone. Going to train another boat here. And now that I have a 7-boat fleet, I imagine that'll be enough to keep me safe moving around the seas. And the cities that can actually produce good units, I will be producing those. Oh my god, I can make actual pikemen now. I can also produce some more levy pikemen over in Macedon. And here, just because I have a small war coming up, I will keep making the bad units. And due to my fear of getting ambushed here, I'm going to just drop off my whole army here and wait for next turn. And in fact, I'm not going to make these units because it's kind of too late for them. Also, the rebels appear to have just left the city of Halicarnassus, which will make it a lot easier to conquer. Oh shit, man of the hour. Did I fuck it up and lose him? No, I didn't. Congratulations. I adopted one of the Peltas who won that fight. Doesn't seem like I should have. Nicomedia has finally grown. And Tarsus has finally grown as well. I don't know how much I actually talked about it. The Pyramids of Giza means that everyone around here will have more loyalty to my actual faction. Essentially, it's just a public happiness buff to the cities on the Nile, but it's still very nice. And now, finally, we have this fight against the rebels. They have 2 units of cavalry to my 5 units of cavalry. So, let's get into it. Should be very easily winnable. It looks like their units aren't quite fitting in the city properly. Also, this is a pretty sad looking city, isn't it? Since their units are sort of spilling out of the city over here, I'm going to choose to attack on this side. Seems just obviously better than filtering through the clustered broken city streets over here. And it looks like we're actually... And I forgot that I'm dealing with actual camel archers here, so I need to come get in range and throw my own javelins. That's not precisely what I told you guys to do, but I guess it's working, so keep at it. Like, how is this in any way the formation I told them to take? Are they charging me? I'm gonna back off a little bit in case they're trying to. Doesn't look like they were really trying to charge me. They're just moving around a lot. The other one's just actual light cav. It doesn't have bows or anything. I have to imagine that I'm getting the better out of it by using my spears, right? Surely it's not better to just charge in. Although it might be better to charge in so that I have javelins left over to throw at the other guys. That checks out to me. Oh, they routed instantly. So, as I'm not trying to just run in... pathfinding's very sketchy sometimes. I'm not trying to run into the city right now, so I don't want to just chase them into the square. I can put fire at will back on at this point. Oh man, look at them go. Pathfinding, what are you doing? And because I realized that all of my units are actually at yellow fatigue, I'm just gonna get out of the city entirely. And then I'll charge back in once I'm back at fresh and ready to go. Oh, are they chasing me? Like all the way out of the city? I wasn't expecting this. It's very weird. But yeah, I guess I can win if they just like allow me to encircle them like this.
The gods be praised! The enemy general is dead!
Yeah, this should be a chain route, yeah?
Doom approaches.
Wait, is anyone alive? Why have I not won yet? Oh, only one of them came out. Apparently there are still 7 guys in this town square. I did not realize this. But yeah, that was very easy. So for this city, I'm going to occupy it in the hopes that I can someday build a unit here that will be able to garrison it. It looks like it'll take several turns for it to grow enough for me to do that, but they'll be fine. I suspect that when I make this man leave, they're going to be upset about it. Yeah. So I'll leave 1 behind then. And the rest of this is start heading west to this city, which I believe Egypt actually owns, surprisingly enough. I can't remember if there's a city here, if this is only in Rome total realism. I'm assuming there's a city here and a city here, that it's not just one location for both of these. We need to start our siege against what was once the last city of Pontus. It looks like I have to actually play a siege versus Parthia. However, before I do, I'm going to go out of my way to wipe out this little stack. I don't want this coming inside the city, I just want to kill it now before it has any chance to participate. Okay, so the enemy is, you know, somewhere. Okay, they're all the way over here. The way I'm playing this is I'm just keeping my loose formation Jav Cav in the front. I know that my generals taking wounds doesn't matter, but the very small chance they die is enough for me to prefer to retrain a unit. And right now we're just throwing javelins at their hillmen. There's not a lot they can do to stop us from that. And we're about at the point where we're going to kill everything they have. These hillmen should be wiped out pretty much instantly. And now our Jav Cav will be running them down where our generals stay on the flanks. And now we're at the point of the fight where our Jav Cav runs them down and our generals just stay on the flanks. Like, they're in the fucking corner of the map. It's over. So, let's watch the massacre. Yeah, that's about how I expected that to go. It looks like that weird glitch happened again.
Worthy of Greek soldiers.
Where when the units started routing, my units just stopped moving. It didn't matter. I still wiped them out this time. But that glitch is very annoying, and I do hope it gets fixed relatively soon. Okay, so what's left in the city is not much better than what we just fought. Let's get in there and wipe them out. So it looks like Parthia is keeping their horse archers to defend the square. Perfectly reasonable decision. Can't imagine any reason to do something else with those units. And what I've done is I've sent off all of my weak units that I didn't want to risk. I had a bunch of like under half strength militia cavalry that seem most likely to just break and rout instantly and be hard to control in a city. I'm gonna be relying pretty much entirely on militia to get through this. And the plan here is pretty straightforward. Break holes at various points in the wall, push through the hole with my phalanxes. And then, if I need to, my generals will come in to make sure I get through. But I don't think I'll actually be needing them for this. I've got plenty of phalanx around.
Our soldiers are at the walls.
So I've just realized that I have ranged units. I can probably just, you know, make these men leave so I can walk into the city. It's probably a good thing to do. And now that they're backing off, I can immediately pull my hoplites inside the city and get in phalanx formation. Okay, it looks like their horse archers have reacted to this and are going to move into range, which puts a lot more time pressure on me than there used to be. I'm actually going to move all of my hoplites over here. Since they're not actually doing anything to stop me from taking that position, I'm going to just have the rest of my hoplites walk into the city and around to the square, like I've done previously in other fights. It looks like their general is charging headfirst into it, which is probably not going to go super well for him. Also, they're charging while throwing javelins, which is probably not correct. They probably want to throw the javelins and then charge. And I'm actually gonna send a favor in to charge these horse archers. Pathfinding? I'm a little bit confused by that, but okay, everything's fine. And to make sure I don't get punished for this, I need to sacrifice these Eastern infantry.
Now's the time to press on and
Otherwise, these units could come around and pen me. Excuse me? Guys? Yeah, there we go. They figured it out a little bit. Huh. I wasn't expecting him to be winning this, considering he just charged poorly into a hoplite. I should have checked his command stars before the battle, and his chevrons. At least the horse archers are getting appropriately wrecked for what's happening. And I have more hoplites to pen this general with, and they're very disposable units anyway. And now I can have my two generals that are inside the walls already charge this general that's currently trying to fight the hoplites outside the wall. So this has been like nasty and clumsily executed, but it'll work out. They're just going out of the wall and killing everyone. It's sort of hilarious. These Eastern infantry are sort of at the end of their lives here. And that should be their general wiped out, yeah? No, because my units just... That movement they just did, that was them idling. That was them saying, job done, resume formation. Only one of them gets away, so it'll be fine, but it's very frustrating. Now... I want all of those units to just get out of the battle. I want these units to get out of the battle. I want this man to get out of the battle. And I want this last unit of hoplites and my generals to do the rest of the work. And also, I guess, my Jav Cav. These horse archers are still causing me a bit of trouble. It's time to get my hoplites into the city. At this point, I can move my Jav Cav and my actual Javelin men into the city. Don't need them now, but I might want them later.
Waiting for orders.
These guys routed as soon as they got touched by javelins, which is a little bit weird, considering there was literally one javelin, but okay. I still have my hoplites, and they're the only unit left that I need. Oh, so did those guys. Bloody cowards, a whole lot of them.
We're being attacked!
Okay, let's send my pseudo-equites up a little bit to throw javelins at these horse archers, since apparently trying to engage them results in my units fleeing. And now let's use my javelin men, since the others are out of javelins already. Come on, please kill them. Okay. I don't actually want to pull them. This isn't what I wanted. Please leave.
Militia hoplites! Hurry!
Okay, I'm gonna pull my general back around to this side, because it looks like without him, these guys are not making it. They just have no morale left. Okay, now that my general's here, this does seem to be working a lot better. Now, let's hope that they actually get into formation something resembling a timely fashion. Because if they just like fuck around and walk on the square and pull the enemy, it's not gonna go well. Stop and form phalanx, please. And I believe you have to come charge now. A little bit earlier than I was hoping to do it. Oh yeah, your spirits just facing every direction but forward, aren't they? Oh, they got into it eventually. I have my Eastern infantry, not my Eastern infantry, my Jav Cav charge in. Have my general pull back a little bit, because I don't want him just getting randomly stabbed. Pull back, run forward, they're very similar commands. Alright, the Eastern infantrymen do seem a lot less certain in their victory. Although I don't really know why. Alright, this charge should do a fucking lot of work, right? Like, it's doing work, but not a lot. Although my general participates, they should route pretty immediately since they've been pushed off the square. At this point, there's no commands to give, it's just see what happens, so let's triple speed it. Hey, no one died. I lost a lot more units than it felt like I really needed to in that battle. That felt exceptionally sloppy. Hopefully the city has the population and infrastructure to retrain my militia hoplites. And my Javcav. I need both of those refreshed. They're both just trashed after this Parthian war. I'm going to occupy instead of enslave, which is usually the wrong choice, but I plan on retraining so many people here that I think I'm basically going to deplete the population immediately. Okay, so I was able to condense all 3 Eastern mercenaries into a single unit that still isn't full. That's kind of funny. And I can't retrain all of these units in one turn, so I'll retrain most of them and build a levy pikeman. And as you can see, we're already down to 2,400. Next turn, we go down another 400 or so. So it's down to 2,000 pop without retraining anything. It's kind of funny. We're going to destroy their temple to their heathen gods and build them the proper shrine, the shrine to Asclepius. And they never built land clearance. God damn it, Parthia. And for that, we got the decorated hero, which isn't particularly useful, but like I said, it's saving me money right now. I'm going to be calling this video now. We've made a lot of progress. More and more with each video, we're looking like we control the Eastern world. But I'm done for now. I've been rather coherent, and this has been the Seleucid Empire. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. It really helps the channel grow. And I'll see you in the next one.